Hello, ontologists and off-camera rants. My name is TV Sky, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where we need to go to Eastpool. I think. I've kind of forgotten what we were supposed to be doing because I record these live on stream, and we went off on a thing there before I started recording this, so now I need to remember who and where I am.
Don't you worry about them boards. I use good solid lumber. It's the base on the other side you want to be careful of.
We need to go to Eastpool because
Martha said the
of
blight
something.
had spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Then we shall have to keep our wits about us.
Can I have the speed boost, please? Yay! Not gonna be able to avoid that. Yeah, no.
You there! Over here! Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck, I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait, that's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marthas, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Well, there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Laid out bait, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
Well, we'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey, but it made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Guess we're doing this. I would ignore some of the side quests, but I can't. It's just the way I am as a person.
Hungry.
Keep your distance, boy.
Find this Bryce and let him know the road's safe.
All right, Bryce.
Wonder how long that bait will last.
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves. So I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you?
Yeah, so maybe talk a little nicer.
Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I'd never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks, true master.
I mean, the game is laying it on a bit thick, but I think that's appropriate. That's like, yeah, hi, you are because of the brand, you are being dehumanized all the time. They don't think you're a person. They won't treat you like a human being. They will talk to you like you are an object. It's almost as though you're supposed to find that really distasteful and painful and ugly or something. Let's see. We should be able to acquire something now. Let's see. What's the... Increases hits for upgrade. Increases shock waves. Wouldn't be too bad. Increases hits. Kinda want to save up for the really big ones. Because that seems like the move to use when you've staggered something, right? Maybe actually what I think I should do is probably I should probably boost like the basic abilities. The feats.
Look, the windmills. That must be Eastpool.
I remember coming here with Lord Murdoch when I was young. This area seemed a very different place back then.
It wasn't that different though, Clive, was it? I remember the bearers that ran around the castle.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
How did you not notice that until now?
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
About that.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
Yeah. And you know Why, Clive?
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later.
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning.
Please, for the love of God, get better
She really
outfits.
has been very kind.
Yes, change your clothes. Good, good, good.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmacia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony, when we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest.
Right.
Neither of them are ready for that yet. But you see how we're getting...
Good night, Clive.
How it's repeating the motif? The last time they were together under the moon,
Sleep well.
he reached towards her and couldn't quite do it. And now she reaches towards him and she can't quite cross the divide. Which makes sense because like he's still completely burning with shame and so she. They both have
Thank
desperate
you.
survivors go, yes! A new outfit! Oh my god!
Now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Hey, there we go.
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well.
I do.
Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Nice. Okay. Invictus weapon. One of a set of 7 swords said to have been forged in the flames of Mouth Drustanus. Invictus has been passed down for generations for use by the Archduke's family and his closest shields. Archduke Elwing presented Invictus to Rodney Murdoch on the day he was promoted to Lord Commander of the Ducal Army. So that's a sibling weapon of the one that Joshua was wielding at the very early part of the story. Let's see. Metean Cross. Micha is sometimes called the Custrel. As legend has it, the bright red star serves as the moon's attendant, carrying her gear and equipping her armor in times of battle. This belt was part of a set owned by Archduke Elwing and kept in Eastpool for when he and his family would summer there. It's a long-standing Mechian bonds, Rosarian tradition for the Archduke to bestow a gift upon scions of the ducal line upon their coming of age. These bracers, dyed red in the red of the star Micha, were what Elwin's father chose for him, and formed part of a set of clothes he kept in Eastpool for when he was out there. Let's see. Wasn't like an accessory that came with that? No, okay.
If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
This is very Castlevania, like in terms of design. So, speaking of character design, Clive's... The reason why I was so kind of like, you need to fucking get some better gear, Clive, is because Clive was dressed like an NPC previously. Like, and that was very much by intent. Like, he was this anonymous bear assassin guy who, like, got the very basic gear from, like, the Imperial Army and fuck you if you don't survive. Kind of thing, right? That's the kind of character design that he had for a while, that he was very depersonalized in that way, right? Like, he didn't really get to have a personal style or any kind of unique individual look. He pretty much only got that from his hair and his face tattoo. Meanwhile, this outfit, like, we get this splash of red color in the mix, which is good for, like, a character who's driven by passions. Like a character who's like driven by anger or rage or revenge or something like that. Bright red is good. Also, if he's the dominant of fire, hey, thematically appropriate. We get the dark black, which still sort of denotes that he's a dark character, because he kind of is. Like, he's a character who's driven by a lot of like dark emotions and a dark tragedy kind of thing. So like putting some black in there, that sort of suits his general vibe. It matches with his hair. And it's all very well put together, but especially, look, red and blue. They're contrasting opposites. White and black, they're contrasting opposites, and yet they also look pretty dang good posing together, don't they? Like, it creates a wonderful contrast between him and Jill, because they also, the two of them, like, and this is sort of a slightly, well, I mean, maybe a slightly tedious gender thing, but it is that thing of, like, Clive has this very sort of masculine, like, I needed to take revenge for my brother, and it's like where he's frustrated by his inability to perform his social role, right? Like, he couldn't perform his social role as his brother's shield, and now he's like, okay, then my role now is to kill my brother's killer. Now he's found that, oh shit, maybe I can't do that. And like, that's a very sort of masculine man thing, right? Like, that's very much like something the man is doing, defined by action, defined by like living up to the role of the protector kind of thing. Whereas she, like, has a much more of like a thing of like just trying to survive, trying to like treat other people with compassion, trying to find hope in the situation that she's in, where it's less like, she's less like, oh, I failed to live up to my duty kind of thing. Her trauma is a different one of a kind, and one that's more that's like not veiled so much in aggression as Clive's is. Like, Clive's whole coping mechanism was aggression, right? Aggression, like, I'm gonna kill the fucker who did this, right? That was his whole coping mechanism. Hers seems to have been gentility and, in some sense, like surrender to the inevitable. Like, we saw people threaten children in front of her in order to get her to become like an icon and do the thing that she's supposed to do. So her thing is like more compassion and more like, and that's, in some ways, that's sort of a tedious gendered thing, right? Like, it's like the woman is the compassion one and the man is the violence one. But it creates a good contrast between them. Like, it allows the two of them together, like, to form different responses to trauma and sort of explore those ideas. And it means their character designs complement each other quite beautifully in that sense, and contrast each other. And I will say the character design in this game is generally strong. Like, it's generally quite well put together.
Anything take your fancy?
I don't know. Will it? Reduces the Rook's Gambit cooldown. Ooh, that's... shit, that's actually pretty good. Lonely, dark, and deep. Like me on a Friday night.
See you then.
Maybe not right now, but that cooldown reduction is good. And there aren't any, like, side quests around here, right? There's nothing I've... Don't think so. Okay, good.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers.
You're not seeing the mark on his face there, buddy? I guess you're not just ignoring it, I guess. Okay.
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
Send them to the
They're yours
hideaway.
by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Be nice if we could
Thank
send them
you,
to
my
Sid.
lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Yeah.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on.
Yeah, your dad, the
let's go
slave
and meet that
owner.
bearer.
Where are you off to, then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village ain't your final destination. Not to say it didn't have its charms. Take that tower. Relic of the Fallen it is. Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside. Mysterious, eh?
Sounds like we should go inside.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalifian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I delivered
I'm
bad
afraid I can't
exposition.
help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Hanging a little lampshade on it there by being like, oh yeah, no, let me just tell you some information that we both already know out loud. And then, oh no, I told you something you already know. How silly of me. I mean, you have to do exposition somehow, and it's not always elegant.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalet Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Vicereine stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper.
Kind of like that
Thank
guy's
you.
jacket.
We will.
I'm sorry, Jill. place in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Well, we can.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Oh, he absolutely has. 110% he has. Literally no way he hasn't. It is
no sign.
Absolutely certain.
Could he have strayed even further? Look, there's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
Him over there not noticing a damn thing. This is just really effective.
You lose.
There we go. Cheesing that a little bit. But whatever works, works.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Maybe you should be, just for the moment.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition. One which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Yeah, you might have to.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Panning over the dying trees, yeah.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah, after all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Finally bringing up the idea, hey, maybe take them to Sid so they can be free, actually. Okay, can't upgrade it any more than that. Let's just get the claw range up, and then we can start working on the rest. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not good.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
I wouldn't count on that. Huh. So this is also something, like, in terms of... This is a theme that Final Fantasy had done many, many times. Like, the idea of, like, that the crystals are the lifeblood of the world. And the crystals being thrown out of balance causes some kind of ecological disaster. Like, that was very much, like, that was the very first Final Fantasy game, was that. Like, the oceans are still... The earth has begun to rot, the wind has ceased to blow, because the elemental crystals... are being corrupted and are losing their light.
What's this? Another relic of the Fallen.
Can't seem to do anything with it just yet. And I can't cast magic at it. Oh, right, because we're in the Deadlands where magic doesn't work. And I can't even use my... Oh, okay. Well, getting into a fight here would be tedious.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
Let's try not to get hit in the head with branches.
I can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the Blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
And we're back with magic. Okay. There will be a combat encounter in there at some point.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
Okay, so we can go to Eastpool. We can go to the Dim, which I take it is where we left off. Yeah. I'm still really paranoid that if there are any side quests, I won't see them on the map. Just gonna go to the hideaway real quick.
Lady Hannah has always been so kind to us. We should do something for her in return.
Oh, nice cloak. I want one.
It is a nice cloak.
I'm sure I'll be calling on your help again if you've a mind to lend it. A carpenter's work is never done around here.
Oh, careful that you don't set that breath alight. You roasting me for my breath? Come on.
Make it quick. What's that for you, dear?
Let's see. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do here.
Anything else?
This weapon is not reforgeable. Cannot be upgraded. That's annoying. Kinda wish it could. Okay. Alright, I'll trust that I'm not missing out on any side quests. Time for trauma flashbacks.
It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around.
Ash, yeah. Buried memories.
Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
What is it, Torgal?
Clive.
Oh, hey, Josh.
That's him. He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know.
Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place, anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before.
This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return. Where the hell did he go?
I mean, there is an obvious
Perhaps
answer.
he went inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Or another fire icon. Oh, that's some cool mechanical shit. Holy fuck. Look at that. That rules.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you
Of
sure
course,
about this?
he also has a blessing from the Phoenix.
Nevermore.
Nevermore, quoth the raven. Ooh. See, now. So something I've commented on previously is that the architecture in 16, for the most part, is very... I wouldn't say realistic necessarily, but grounded. It's very grounded. Like, it's very, like, if there's a stone wall, it's just a stone wall. It's a bunch of stones piled on top of each other, and maybe some plaster on them if you're lucky. But it is a stone wall, right? Not a lot of fancy ornamentation, not a lot of, like, super fancy architecture shit going on. But now we enter into the realms of the Fallen, like this ancient pre-civilization. All of a sudden, we are fully...
Let's see if this one opens.
We are fully on some Final Fantasy XIV shit here, right? Like, or Final Fantasy XII, for that matter. We are into, like, the ornamented, highly stylized, like, really sort of fancily carved, high fantasy bullshit nonsense Sort of in contrast to the attempt that the rest of the game has with making itself, you know, more grounded, air quotes. So, all circles. Circles within circles within circles within the wheels. Does that indicate cycles, then? That
Could this place really be a fallen ruin?
You could hardly call it a ruin. It's perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
That looks a lot like an egg. Or maybe some kind of artificial womb. And there seems to be some guys down here. Hello, guys. Are you just down here being pals? Just dudes being bros? Just guys being dudes? Just, fellas?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, but those things are definitely gonna come alive. Yup.
Jill?
Wasn't her.
What do we do?
The usual.
Okay, can't knock them off the side then. Whoa, okay, that was a laser. Oh, look! More of them. Oh my god! Lightsabers! Oh my god! That's literally a fucking... one of those training orbs Luke uses in A New Hope. I want a lightsaber. Give me a lightsaber.
Keep your distance, boy. Give them all. It's over.
How can these things still function?
How can any of this? This must be what the fallen ruins were like before they fell.
So, circles, circles, wheels within wheels. And then the other motif is... this. Almost like tree roots. Sort of spindling down. You were gonna send Joshua in there alone? That would not have turned out well for anyone. I mean, Kit was powerful, don't get me wrong, but, you know. Again, that right there, like, you see that pattern right there? That's like a leaf. That's like a leaf pattern. Capillaries. Interesting. Whoa. quickly to the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Ba 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 ba. No, but really, I am getting some Mines of Moria feels here. Na 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 na. Then all of it rising up like wings towards... Ooh, mini-boss. Sup?
Looks like he can take a beating.
Then let's give it one.
Whoa! Okay. Rather you didn't do that. It's all the same to you.
This time.
Damn it.
Not this time.
Yeah, circle is not the dodge button. Ah, should have gone closer before I did that. Couldn't get away fast enough. Damn it. Accidentally canceled it out. Okay. Getting into the air does not dodge that, I see. And jumping also doesn't dodge that. Fair enough.
Does any of this make sense to you?
None. Let's find the hooded man and leave.
I take it that'll just be the usual. Increases gouge damage by 15% is better, though. 15 is not insignificant. Thank God someone left potions down here. Oh, wait, shit, that might have been Joshua anticipating we get our asses handed to us. Hey, bombs!
Hey.
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
Okay, so elemental weaknesses don't really apply in the same way. That thing takes damage from fire, same as it does from anything. Yeah. Okay, he's gonna go boom. Huh, but bombs are clearly exotic monsters even to them. And that's actually, that's a good point. Because, like, up in the normal world, most of the monsters are animal-based, right? Like, it's all spiders and crayfish and, like, bears, like big bulls. Like, that insects, it's all sort of animalistic, animal-based. The bombs are elemental enemies. Specifically ones associated with fire. Makes sense they'd be here in the...
to run this gauntlet too.
No. At least not that I ever heard about. I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
Are we doing a puzzle down here? 1, 2, okay, so 1. Oh, no, we just step on the middle and then it goes.
Where will we end up this time?
I thought it'd be a puzzle.
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect.
That's one thing this game has had exactly 0 of.
We won't know until we've followed it all the way to the end. Come on, let's keep looking.
This is something the game has exactly 0, has had exactly none of, which is puzzles. And I'm a little... I miss them a little, but on the other hand, there weren't any in 13 either. And 12 didn't have many of them, so like it's something that hasn't been a part of the series for a while. But still. Okay, I'd like to get rid of these things first. Wait! Oh god, more assistance. Again, would rather like to deal with the small fry.
Not this time.
Ah! Go away!
Not this time.
Yee.
Not this time.
Yee. Really not sure what the appropriate way to dodge that is, except just to not be close to him at all. Maybe it's Deadly Embrace, actually. Maybe you need to use that to vault over him. That actually seems like it might be plausible. Should try that if I fight another one of them. Accidentally used a high potion without meaning to, though. Nyeh. Oh, good, more. Isn't there always? Okay, that works.
Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Oh, that looks... Oh. Oh, no. Is that an iron giant? Shit, it is. Sweet. I mean, it's gonna be a tough fight, but sweet.
Seems the feeling's mutual.
Ah, okay. Too early.
This time, keep your distance, boy. Get him. Give them all you've got, boy.
Damn it. Okay, he does a little delay there. Yeah, again. He got me with that little delay. Whoa, third hit. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Nearly had the timing there, but not quite. There we go. Woo! Fallen iron. Despite thousands of years having passed since its forging, not a single blemish, scratch, nor patch of rust can be found upon this metal's surface. As to how that's possible, none can say, and the answer will likely remain lost forever.
It's done.
What are these creatures? And why do they keep attacking us?
Guess we'll find out.
They're probably asking themselves the same thing. We're the ones trespassing here. They're just protecting their home.
You might be humanizing it too much, Clive. Although, who's to say?
Jill, look.
Oh. Oh no, those two look like they could come to life as well.
Is that some kind of mural?
It's worth a closer look, whatever it is.
Is that a seraphim up there? Is this like the backside of that big egg we saw coming in? Huh. Well, if there's a few potions to be had, let's just grab them. Even upgraded Phoenix Shift doesn't take you very far outside of combat. I guess that's intentional. Again, it seems like they really have designed the game very intentionally to not allow you to use icon abilities to, like, speed up traversal. Just making sure that people aren't, like, going through the entire game dashing everywhere. It's like, what's gonna attack us? Something's gonna attack us. Okay, yeah, I guess that was right.
All right, then.
A lich? Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Rather you didn't, buddy.
Not this time. boy. Sick control.
Okay, he's not pleased with that.
Not this time.
Yeah, okay. Probably should have known that he'd have more after that.
Not this time.
What the hell was that thing? It wasn't like the others.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
Indeed. Let me just grab potions. Right, so it wants me to go that way, but then I would bet money that it equally is fine with me going this way because they'll both lead to the same place, yeah? Yeah, pretty much. So, Lich was the Earth Elemental Fiend in Final Fantasy I.
Look out!
So what's he doing here in the Fire Temple, essentially? But it seems like we're about to get into it with the undead here.
What have we here?
Another fallen wonder.
Okay, clear both rooms. But okay, so the Fallen as a civilization of undead, perhaps? Are these the Final Fantasy Necrons? Is that what this is about to be?
This might take a while.
Yeah, because those guardians out there, like the ones with the laser swords, they kind of seem to be made in this image. Like, same kind of body plan. Similar kind of anatomy.
Lights.
Well, that did something.
Okay, before we do that, just want to take a look at this. So, okay, you look at that we've already talked about how so much of the imagery down here is circles within circles within circles within wheels. Well, also, we seem to be seeing circles within, like, spheres within spheres within spheres within spheres. Layers within layers. Which, again, if this is an egg of some kind.
So, it isn't a dead end after all.
Apparently not.
Yeah, no. Not actually faster. Well, actually. No. It is maybe if you do a maximum height jump and then you dash. Maybe it's a little faster, but not by much. Is that Blight?
It all seems to lead to this room.
Yeah, put this room.
And look what's in it.
Yeah, no, that looks like some Sephiroth bullshit right there. That is definitely like an imagery like a seraphim. A multi-winged angel. Then, is this Blight or is it charring from fire?
How old do you suppose this is? 1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god?
You're giving me some Cloud Strife vibes right now, buddy. Like, speaking of Sephiroth. Sudden headache with, like, squealing noises.
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
You. We are you. Aha. It pulled the trickery on us.
What?
Oh, Clive, you haven't,
I'm back.
Joshua! Stop it! Please! Stop!
I did this. I killed him.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe. I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Clive.
sorry. I failed you.
Joshua died. I killed him.
And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran. From everything.
And now? Are you ready to accept the truth?
I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace.
Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. This seems like it'll be easy enough.
Not this time.
Yep. Ah! Fucking hell. It's really hard to judge distance with them. Fine. We'll do the Phoenix Rush instead. I'm not gonna get away from that, yeah. Okay, you can actually dodge that close up. Cool. Okay, not quite the right dodge there. Yeah. This is more of a battle of the soul than an actual battle with Ifrit, I imagine. Yeah, very much so.
Still you deny it. Even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears.
Okay, so he has many of the same abilities. Ah, shit, right. Hey, I can't do that. Damn it. Okay.
I see. You'd help me learn by example.
Damn it. Way too slow to shift over to the Phoenix abilities. Oh, also I don't have Heat Wave right now. Okay. So it wouldn't have made a difference either way. Oh, I don't like that. Damn it. Okay.
Not this time. Not this time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Not this time.
No escape, eh? It's all right. I'm done running from you. Together, then.
Reconciliation with his own inner child, huh?
It's time to find out who we are. Once and for all. Show yourself, Ifrit.
This is Clive battling for control of Ifrit, essentially.
I know the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am.
I am thou, and thou art I. A fight with his own shadow. Fire shard. The power of the icon Ifrit made manifest. This shard of crystal is hot to the touch and can be heard to emit a soft hum. Much like Garuda's. Must you accept the truth? You were born to wield limitless power. Embrace it.
Clive, are you all right?
Jill. It's nothing. I'll be fine. No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
But Jill saw him too, though, dude. But that, I would imagine, was the voice of the ancestors that's been spoken about.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
Hey, quoting
We'll
Sith
find
now,
your
huh?
answers together. I want to learn the truth too.
There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Thank you, Jill.
There's still a distance between them. You see that in the cinematography, like with the big yawning chasm, the void between them?
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
Talk to your brother, Josh. Castle Dasbog. I think Hugo might be upset about something.
Tell me, who did this, or I'll see you suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffin said, he said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell. Out. Now!
Yes, my lord.
I bet I know what's in that box. It's gonna be Benedicta, yeah. And it definitely wasn't Sid who sent it.
Benedicta.
I will say, I don't much like how they use Benedicta in the story. Okay. Clive has gained control of the Icon Ifrit, allowing access to new iconic abilities such as Ignition, a fiery lunge that drives back enemies while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the Limit Break gauge. Slots for Ifrit's ability to share with those with the Phoenix, and can be confirmed via the abilities in the main menu. Let's see. Semi-prime into Ifrit, blah blah. L3, R3. Increase attack potency, speed, gradual HP duration, guard breaking strikes. Yeah. I don't much like what they do with Benedicta as a character, in that she... like, her whole character is one of pining for the recognition and love of men, and then being subjected to some rather grueling violence. About, like, they do a gratuitous thing about her being the subject of sexual violence, and Sid saves her from that, and then her entire life sort of revolves around him, and then her entire life sort of revolves around the king, and now, like, the very end, they sort of use her brutalized body as a means to drive conflict. It's like, okay. Like, it's Game of Thrones inspired, yeah. It's accurate to say that it is. Which is not to say, like, that's not inaccurate to the kind of, like, brutal violence that women were historically subjected to and still are subjected to in highly patriarchal societies. It's like, it's not a matter of whether or not it's accurate. It's just a matter of, like, oh, okay. Like, so that's the extent of what her character is sort of worth. They don't really bother giving her much sort of beyond, oh, she had a sad backstory and then she was evil and then she died. It's a very tokenistic way to use a character, I think. Where, like, I would have liked to know more about, like, why is she so into the king? Like, she was devoted to Sid for a while, and then now why does she care so much for the king? Like, why does she love him? Why does she want his approval? Why does she believe in his dream? Right? Like, that's never really explored. She's always only really presented as this sort of appeaser or schemer or manipulator, or, like, someone who's constantly trying to appease, like, the king's emotional whims in the scene that they have together. It just, like, I think the story would have been better if she had been a more substantial character. Let's see. Upgrade. Adds a second and a third limit break gauge. Ah. Wait, hang on. Okay. Then ignition. Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back. And the Will of the Wikes. Oh, it's a shield. Cool. Well. We'll grab the both of them immediately. Might as well. Let's see. I like the counter for Heatwave, but I would not mind having something else like Ignition. Rather than Scarlet Cyclone.
So, what...
Okay, right. And that, I think, also makes a pretty natural breakpoint for an episode. We've sort of finished a chapter here where Clive has he has accepted that he was Ifrit on that particular night, but he still hasn't realized that Joshua is still alive because Joshua decided not to talk to his brother for whatever fucking reason. Which I mean, he might hold some grudges about having been murdered. Like, yeah, no, maybe he doesn't trust Clive completely to be able to control Ifrit at this point. He might not really know what's going on there. And that second hooded figure, it's interesting that the game is playing with like Joshua in his robe and the hooded figure character that, like, keeps appearing to Clive and, like, sort of egging him on and dragging him around are identical in character design, when the hoods are up anyway, but are different characters, right? Like, that hooded person sort of plays in the space of, like, is this something that Clive himself is manifesting? Like, is he causing that thing to appear in the world and it's sort of dragging him around by the nose? Or is there an outside party who's also messing with both Clive and everyone else by manifesting this character to sort of manipulate and lead him around? And there's some ambiguity towards that, which I think is, like, that makes for an interesting mystery box. Like, that's a cool little mystery to sort of pull you and drive you through the plot, I think. I quite like that. But if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Final Fantasy XVI and the psychosomatic landscapes of mind dojo brain combat against the spirit of Ifrit and personal trauma, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below. That'll let you know when more episodes are coming out. If you want more Final Fantasy XVI right now, well, if you're on Twitch, you're going to get it because this is being recorded live. But if you're not, yeah, become a member of the channel. That'll give you early access to episodes, or subscribe over on Twitch to get access to the VODs from the streams, which also includes the sections in between recordings of episodes where I just go off on a rant about a thing for a while, in case that's something that's interesting to you. But that's all the self-promotion I have, paying my rent as I am supposed to. And so all that remains is to say thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another, have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourselves, and may the tides of history wash gently over us all.